Welcome back, everyone. As you probably guessed from the title and the intro, we are going over this little guy right here. This is the HUXWRX Flow 22 Ti. So there's a lot in that name. It's made by a company called HUXWRX, formerly known as OSS, for those of you guys who are familiar with them. And they specialize in flow-through silencers or flow-through suppressors, depending on the term you want to use. This one is their rimfire offering. So, although it does have 22 in the name, it's rated for multiple calibers all the way up to 5.7, and it is full auto rated as well with no barrel restriction. The actual restriction they have on it, if you look up in the manual, is 1800 degrees. So they don't want you to get it above 1800 degrees, which if you know anything about silencers is insane. That is really, really high. Most of them will not let you go above like 800 to 1000. And the reason they're able to do that is the 3D printed material that they're using to make this is a grade 5 titanium. And that's what allows that extreme heat temperatures. Now, I'm sure most of you watching this will never get it anywhere near that hot, but it is interesting to know that it is actually rated for that. Now, as I just said, it is 3D printed. If you look at the finish of it, it's pretty obvious that it's 3D printed, which brings up a huge question, right? How do you clean it? Because it is a fully enclosed, non-user serviceable rimfire silencer. And if you know anything about silencers, you'll know that they get quite dirty because rimfire ammo is just kind of nasty and leady. Well, the folks over at HUXWRX came up with a solution for that, and it is literally a solution that you actually dunk this in and it cleans the whole thing out. It takes all the carbon out there, and I believe it takes less than 24 hours to do, which is a pretty cool thing. Now, HUXWRX does recommend cleaning it every 1,000 rounds. I will tell you right now, it's got about 800 rounds on it. And we, of course, are about to head out to the range and test the decibel reduction on it because I'm blessed to have a mil-spec decibel meter. So we're going to see how it does on a number of different guns and a number of different configurations. I want to point out that the pistol testing that you guys are going to see first, that was done when the silencer was basically brand new, had less than 100 rounds on it during that testing. And then the rifle testing that we did with it is basically was just done a few weeks ago. And it has, like I said, right around 800 rounds on it now. So right now it's coming up towards where they recommend cleaning it. So that's the decibel reduction you're going to see with the rifle. Just to give you guys some sort of context, I wanted to test it all the way throughout the life cycle, if you will, of the cleaning cycle. So I suppose with that, enough yapping from me. Let's head out to the range and see what kind of decibel reduction we can get on this silencer on a few different guns. For the test, we're going to go with the Sig Sauer P322 threaded barrel, obviously, and we're using 40 grain Aguila Super Extra, I believe they call it, from our friends at Firearms Depot. They support all the ammo here outside of 9mm, so big thanks for them for sponsoring this stuff, making it all happen. Everything you guys saw shot here today came from them. So definitely check them out. Let's make sure everything is recording. It is. Basically right here we have our little stand. I got to move it forward because I was just testing rifles. And there we go. That is going to be 63 inches off the ground, or 1.6 meters. And then that is 1 meter to the left. And we'll see how she does. Get a baseline and then throw the can on. I don't think the gun likes this ammo. All right, there is our baseline. Now we'll throw the can on there. Everything's the exact same, just with the can on. That's quiet. It's not actually the gun causing the issue, it's the mag. It's not wanting to feed right. The mag does not like that ammo. It just doesn't want to feed it right. There you go. Now we're switched over to the M&P 5.7. We have some Fiocchi 40 grain, once again from our friends at Firearms Depot. We'll fire the baseline here. This gun is dirty. Clean your guns, kids. Don't be like me. All right, now we'll throw the can on. All right, everything's the same. We just got the can on there. There you have it, folks. All right, we have everything set up per the mil spec, if you will. So we have the muzzle off the ground at 1.6 meters or 68 inches. We have the actual mil spec decibel meter 1 meter to the left of the muzzle. And in the gun right now, we have some Federal. This is Subsonic 22. This magazine that I brought out, which is a factory Ruger magazine, unfortunately, doesn't really seem to like feeding this gun, but we're gonna work through it. But yeah, so with that, let me make sure I got this camera running, and we are running. So let's get to it and get the baseline here. All right, so there's the baseline. Let's throw the can on. Everything's the exact same, just added the silencer on there, so we will see. Pretty darn quiet. So as y'all just saw, pretty impressive numbers in terms of decibel reduction. But before we get into the size and weight, all of those sorts of things, I do want to thank the main channel sponsor, and that is Brownells. Brownells probably has this in stock right now. As you are watching this video, they also carry a number of other things: gunsmithing supplies, firearms, firearms accessories, magazines, all of those sorts of things are over there at Brownells. So big thank you to them for sponsoring the channel here. I definitely appreciate it. Now in terms of size, I brought out the Surefire RC2. I think this is probably the most popular silencer in America, so it's a good sort of reference because a lot of people know how big this is. And you guys can see there how they stack up. We should roll in some photos as well, but new from the factory, this HUXWRX 22 can comes in just under 4 ounces. It was 3.92 ounces on my scale when we got it in. And of course, as you shoot it more, it will weigh a little bit more because of the lead. And once you clean it, it'll get back down to that weight, if that makes sense. It's just over 1 inch wide. For those of you guys who want to snug it up under rails, there shouldn't be a problem really with just about any firearm out there on the market. And then you guys can see the length here on your screen. Cost-wise on these, for what it is, for the technology you're getting, I think it's pretty fair. The MSRP on it is $499. Street price, you're seeing it less than that, of course. If you guys are watching this anywhere besides YouTube, there will be a link down below for you to actually pick one up, the cheapest that I can find as of when I'm recording this. Now let's wait for these helicopters to go by, and we'll be right back. Those CH-47 should be far enough away that you guys probably can't hear them right now. So continuing on, talking about cost, $499 MSRP is a little bit more than most of your standard rimfire silencers. However, again, this one can get up to 1800 degrees, full auto rated, no barrel restrictions, all the way up to 5.7 and everything underneath. So it's a very capable silencer. Additionally, it has the flow-through properties. So that way, if you are concerned about your gun getting gunked up from firing suppressed, this probably honestly is the best option on the market for that right now. There's not a lot of flow-through 22 silencers. As you guys can see out here at the end, these little ports are where the gases are actually vented out through the front of the silencer, and it's not completely flow-through like the rifle cans are, where it's only like 1% of the gas goes back, but it is a high percentage, so it definitely adds up, especially with rimfire silencers. Now, I think the big deciding factor on this silencer for most people out there who are watching this is whether or not they want to invest in the cleaning solution or in a cleaning solution, because traditionally your rimfire silencers are just very easy to take apart, brush down, get all the lead and fouling off, whereas this isn't the case. I think some people are really going to like that and other people just aren't. So I think that will be a big deciding factor for a lot of people. One thing I always like to point out when it comes to silencers is that it does have wrench flats back here on the rear. Of course, it is threaded 1/2 by 28 from the factory, and those wrench flats, and it does come with a wrench as well that fits it, but wrench flats are key for any silencer because carbon and heat can cause things to lock up very quickly. And I'm actually going to be doing another silencer review hopefully this month, where right now, as I'm filming this, the silencer is locked up and it doesn't have wrench flats and I can't get it off, and I had to order a tool, so I'm waiting on it. So needless to say, have wrench flats on your silencers, kids. But all in all, very good decibel reduction, as you guys saw, especially considering it's nice lightweight and a very durable material as well. I think that's pretty much it. If you guys haven't subscribed and you like this type of testing, we do a lot of it here on the channel for sure. So hit the subscribe button. Additionally, if you're not following me on all my social media, I definitely recommend you do, particularly X and Truth Social. They have been great lately in terms of not censoring the things I put out, which isn't always the case on every platform that I post. Hint, hint. Additionally, if you guys are interested in deals, we have a daily deals email that goes out every day. You can sign up for it at the website here on your screen. It has 8 of the best deals that we find around the internet. That email now is also merged in with the monthly email that goes out. So that way, if you guys are subscribed, you've hit the notification bell and you're not seeing 2 to 4 videos a week here on the channel, you're being censored by an algorithm because I'm putting them up every week, and that email goes out once a month, has all the videos since the previous month's email went out, and additionally, we'll also get you opted in for the daily deals email, so that way you guys will get the best deals that I find around the internet in your inbox every day without an algorithm, just straight from me to you, which is nice. So you can sign up for that, again, at the website below. Additionally, I know some of you guys don't use email, don't open email, so you can sign up for the SMS service. Basically, one at most a day text will go out with either the best deal or a new video or something like that, straight from me into your cell phone. So that way, again, you're not being censored by an algorithm. And with that, that's pretty much all I have. Thank you all for watching. Look forward to seeing every one of you in the next video.